Welcome back, my dear friends, and today we'll be reviewing Final Faction First Impact. Why have I never heard of this comic, you're thinking to yourself? Well, the answer to that is you clearly don't hang out at your local Dollar Tree enough. After 80 years, they've decided to get into the dying comic book industry with Dollar Tree Comics. So they made a comic? Is it any good? Of course it's good. This isn't Family Dollar we're talking about. This is Dollar Tree. So move over Five Below and hold on your dicks, Dollar General, because there's a new sheriff in town. And his name is Final Faction First Impact. So before we move on to the comic itself, I actually wanted to prove to you that I wasn't joking. This really is an actual thing that is produced by the Dollar Tree. It's on their official website here. And part of it actually is that they're making toys out of this to go along with the comic. So they're kind of doing a big push on just everything with this branding here. They actually have some cartoons to go along with it. I haven't watched any of them yet. I've been so preoccupied with the comic. And then, like I was saying, here's toys that go along with the comic, and it's just a whole inclusive brand they have going on here. And everything is actually owned by them, produced by them, and you could buy the toys for whatever, like $1 or $1.25, right next to the comics, and they weren't sold out at all when I went there. I did pre-order the comic ahead of time just so I was able to snag a copy. But yeah, this is it. I mean, it's quite an endeavor they have going on here, and even the website, you could check out all the cool lore, and after you read the comic, you could kind of learn some more about the characters, and it was kind of nice. Like, I got some more backstory about people like Sergeant Ruck. I learned that he likes to eat, work, play, and just sports. So, you know, I mean, that's kind of like a little bit more backstory that I didn't get in the initial comic when I first read it. You always get to like learn about people's favorite foods, which is nice. I feel like I always kind of connect with the character because I'm like, I like nachos too. And yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of nice to have this lore and this like bestiary of all the characters you could check out. Oh, yep. Can't forget about the bad guys. All right, on to the comic. All right. I know you're excited. Just hurry up and show us the comic already. So that's it. That's the front cover right here, like I showed you earlier. Origin of the team. And this is a first printing. Over here we have all the toys and accessories that are going to go along with this. So it's nice that I have this checklist so I could kind of make sure I'm not missing anything so far. So here it tells us that it's the year 2050, and this character over here, he's got some dog tags, and at first I was like, wait, what's going on here? Because he's saying hungry churros or churro. I thought he was kind of like looking off panel to like his buddies or something. He's like, hey, I'm grilling churros. Who wants one? But it actually is his disgusting like pet beast thing here that he is referring to. And then also the moon's blowing up in the background. And we got some sound effects here. Boom. That's usually, I guess that's the moon sound effect. And there's the moon blowing up or just cracked like a window. And finally we find out what's inside is the mothership's hive. Diabol. That guy. He woke up. He is cranky. And then we get over to little Churro. Oh no, he's running away and wants to check out whatever that was. And then I would like to point out the lettering here is like really fantastic. It might be some of the best lettering I've seen in a while out of a comic. Let me... There's an example of some of the sound effects. I'll really dive deep into the sound effects as we go along here because I think people can learn a lot from this comic. And then we meet one of the first type of villains here, Synthroid. He suffers from hypothyroid. And he's like, "What are you?" And here's another good example of that lettering. Like, it's really interesting that the artist decided to like put a light blue on top of a red here to kind of like blend in like everything together. Introduce more characters here. Another guy, Rock, Riptide. So this is why the website was handy, because you can always go back to kind of refer to all the characters if, you know, I mean, you know, things like, you know, Game of Thrones and stuff. It just kind of gets confusing after a while, so it's nice to just have like a Rolodex kind of to keep track of everything. This is another guy named Steel. I don't know if he is the plane or maybe they're just saying the word Steel here. I'm not sure. And so yeah, that guy got knocked out in this panel over here because he had two arms here. He gets knocked out and then he wakes up. And he wakes up, it says, later in a U.S. military hospital and laboratory facility. So I guess it's both a hospital and a laboratory. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like when you see like those things that are like a KFC and a Pizza Hut in one. How are you feeling, Sarge? He's like, my arm, what's happening? And she kind of like doesn't care. He's like, what's going on? And she just kind of like talks about herself. She said she learned some shit from monks. And she has prevision. Whatever the fuck that is. Where were you at like before the aliens landed, bitch? Prevision. What is it? That's like when I get shit in the mail, it's like, hey, you're pre-approved. Oh, okay, so she actually, using her prevision, she actually knows the history of the aliens now, which I guess that is prevision. But to me, prevision, like you see something before it happens. This already happened. So this is post-vision, actually. So she uses her post-vision. So the aliens go from planet to planet, draining resources with their harvesters. But this time when they reached Earth, something went wrong. A solar storm struck the mothership. So this is their ship. So like millions of years ago or whatever, the aliens are coming to get Earth's precious resources. And a storm happened and some dust accumulated on the ship and it turned into the moon. Then we go over to here. This alien dude's talking a bunch of shit. And he's like, I'm looking for a precious critical element on Earth. Then he wakes up his homies and we get his one-arm bomb. And the doctor's like, hey, I made that new arm out of one of the toughest metals on Earth that no alien might ever be looking for. Another new character. This is the ACRM. It's some robot or something, and it can dance. And then she gives the like rat monster this like robot dog thing with the clever name of FDO. So now the dog can fight the aliens also. So is it a good idea? This is an ethical question. Is it a good idea to put a dog inside a machine with like knife razor blades on it. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seems like if you could create AI, why not just have this also AI? Why risk an innocent creature's life, even though it's disgusting looking? So he's like, how many soldiers does it take to stop an alien attack? Just one with a sneeze. Get it? What? You've never seen War of the Worlds? Does he know that it's actually a book also? So as you could see here, like no one's laughing at that joke. If anything, that guy actually looks like he's in a lot of pain from it. Here, though, is really cool. We see that the team is waiting around, and in their off time, they're eating cookies. So, you know, most soldiers are probably on a healthy diet of cookies. So it's nice to know that these guys are well fed on sugar. And then this chick goes, all I care about is smashing that Karn. Do we get to do that? So yeah, she just wants to like hook up and fuck one of the alien Karns. So I'm really interested in to see where her story goes. We get a message here. Alert! The next wave of Karn have arrived. This time with an army of brutes and drones. So it's like, oh my god. No way. Like, who would have thought that? And then this dude's like, it's go time. No, wait, hold on a second. I need to hook up my metal wings before we get going. And I need to calibrate my scope. Yeah. And the aliens have landed at none other than Death Valley so they can, like, hang out in the desert. Look, they must be the humans. Soon they be splatted humans. So they've learned our language pretty good except one single word. This dude is, I don't know, stretching, I guess, before the fight. All the aliens have decided to line up on this side of the desert. Oh yeah, this chick has decided to take a baseball bat to the alien invasion, so that was kind of a wise move. Like, because earlier I showed you that they're in like an advanced laboratory and they're able to bring like a robot controlled dog and recreate like a human's arm. So, you know, why not just bring an ordinary bat? Oh, I do like this part here. That's cool. Like, if they're going to cast this movie, I'd probably, like, maybe put Will Smith in this role here. Well, I guess they round up the aliens and put them all on an ATV. Like, was someone going to get in the four-wheeler and drive this afterwards somewhere? To, like, alien jail or something? We were here first. Oh. Wait, so... Wait, yeah, I guess the aliens were here first, so... we're just all colonizers? So... I guess we should give them their land back. Earth's not going down without a fight, y'all. Oh yeah, I love this panel. It's just... everyone has decided to, like, high-five all at the same time. High fives all around, gentlemen. Here we go. Whoop. Down low. Yeah, all right. No one wants to high-five you. Disgusting. And issue number 2 coming to Dollar Tree near you. The Karn Kingdom. I feel really tired after all that. Maybe slightly depressed. But yeah, I recommend this book. Go pick it up. Thanks.